Oh, real life. I don't know about you, but I'm very determined about changing my life this year. I'm tired of having the same experiences. I'm tired of making the same mistakes that are halting my progress. I'm tired of being stuck at one place. I'm tired of living beneath my potential. So I've made a decision to commit to changing my life this year. I am willing to do whatever it takes to change my life. If it means changing certain habits that have been holding me back, I'm committed to that process. If it means confronting myself and calling myself to account, I'm committed to that process. One of the ways for us to change our lives is for us to learn from our past. T.D. Jakes once said, if you always do what you've always done, then you will always be where you've always been. I think it was Einstein who said, insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. Some of you haven't changed your habits for the last 10 years, yet you expect a different outcome. That's not how life works. Where you are right now is a result of your past decisions, of your past habits, of your current habits. In order to change your life, in order to start having different experiences, you really need to reflect on your life and learn from your past so that you can start doing things that will serve your future, so that you can start doing things that will change your life for the better. Whether we admit it or not, we all want to be successful, and success is relative. I know that success means different things to different people, but in general, we all want to be successful at something. Whether you want a successful marriage, whether you want a successful business, whether you want to have better relationships with your family, that is success. That is a form of success. Whether you want to be a successful artist, success is something that we all seek, but you are not going to attain success unless you change, unless you correct yourself wherever you did wrong, unless you learn from your mistakes so that you can build from that, so that you can become a better version of yourself. In this video, I'm going to be giving you 17 life lessons. I know that sounds like a lot, right? I'm going to be giving you 17 life lessons that I've learned in 2021 that I'm carrying with, in my 2022 to make sure that I change certain aspects of my life in order to have better experiences in various aspects of my life. So this might just be a very long one. So grab your favorite beverage, your coffee, your Coke, your water, and let's dive right in. My first lesson of 2021 is that time separates the real from the fake. As I reflected on my life, there's many people that I started with, there's many people that I had a joint vision with, but those people fell off, somewhere along the way. And in some instances, maybe I was the problem. But the point I'm trying to make is that sometimes people come into your life with ulterior motives. Sometimes people come into your life based on what they're trying to get. They are not there to help you get to your vision. They are not there to try and help you get to your goals or your dreams. They are there to try and benefit from you. And time usually becomes a revealer of that, because if someone is in your life because of the potential that they see, maybe they can see that this one is close to a breakthrough, so let me stay with them. If that breakthrough doesn't come when they expect it to come, chances are they are going to leave and they are going to look for someone else who is at their breakthrough or who is already, living their best life, so to speak. So one of my biggest lessons of 2021 is that time reveals who are the fake people in your life. Sometimes I wonder why certain things are delayed in my life. And when I reflect, I actually thank God for holding me back sometimes, because through that process, now I know who loves me for me. Now I know who is here with genuine intentions. So be mindful of your circle and don't feel bad when people walk out of your life, because whatever that is meant to stay will stay. Whoever that is meant to stay will stay. Whoever that is able to leave wasn't there for good intentions in the first place. My second biggest lesson of 2021 is that you just need to start. The best way to succeed is to start. So embrace the suck, get going and get good within the process. You are going to suck in the beginning, unfortunately, but that doesn't mean that this is not meant for you. The people that you admire also sucked in the beginning, and they got better and better the more they did it. So don't compare yourself with seasoned creators who have been doing this for some time, who made mistakes, who failed, who learned from those mistakes. They got to the level that they are at because of their consistency. They got to the level that they are at because they started, regardless of what they had or didn't have at the time, they started. And most of them will tell you that starting was the best decision of their lives. So don't deprive yourself of the same opportunity. Don't deprive yourself of the possibilities that are ahead of you if you can just start. Lesson number 3 of 2021 is that challenging your routines is very important. Many people do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. For example, most people who work a 9 to 5, their routine is like this. They wake up in the morning, take a bath, commute to work, get to work, do whatever that they need to do, knock off, get home, cook, watch TV, sleep, and repeat the cycle. Over and over again, they're doing that, and they wonder why nothing has changed in their lives in the last couple of years. You need to change your routine. There's a habit I started late 2021. I committed to myself that I'm not going to watch TV or go through social media without working on my goals first every single day. And it's true what they say. It takes about 21 days to cultivate a habit and make it permanent and solid. Now I don't even think about it, it's automatic. It's like an automatic reflex in my mind. Whenever I get home after work, the first thing I would do is I would open my laptop, work on some type of content. If there's editing I need to do, I would work on that. If there's some conceptualization about a video that I need to do, that's exactly what I do. And I don't even think about it. It has become second nature to me that before you spend time on anything else, do one thing every day that will take you closer to your dream, to your goal. Sometimes it's not that people don't have time. It's just that you're not using your time effectively. You're wasting your time on watching too much television. You're wasting your time on, spending too much time on social media. There's nothing wrong with those things. But if you are going to spend so much time on those things that you are neglecting your productivity as it relates to your goals, then it's a problem. Then don't wonder when your life doesn't change. Don't wonder when your life remains the same, because you're not doing anything differently. You are not positioning yourself for possible opportunities in the future. So there's a power in altering your habits, because remember, we are all products of our habits. Your thoughts culminated certain behaviors in your lives. Those behaviors became your habits over time, and those habits started shaping your reality. Those habits started shaping your outcomes and your destiny. So if you want to experience something different in your life, watch your habits, change your habits, challenge your norms. Fourth lesson of 2021, find a partner who resonates with your vision. The Bible says, can two walk together unless they agree? One of the reasons why most relationships fail is that people go for looks, people go for the body, people go for money, people go for benefits that they can get from this person, instead of going for someone who is going to complement them, instead of going for someone who shares their values. Because life is hard, life is challenging, and you want a partner who shares your values. You want a partner who sees your vision so that they can help you overcome the obstacles along the way. It's called a partner for a reason. It's someone that is there to help you get where you need to get. It's called a partner because everyone needs help now and then. So if you're going to get into a relationship with someone who doesn't understand your vision, who doesn't see your vision, and guess what? The relationship is doomed before it even began, because it is vision that will see you through the hard times. It is vision that will help you encourage one another when the going gets tough. Number 5, consistency will help you grow. Now, this is one of my biggest lessons of 2021. I'm guilty of starting things and not seeing them through until the end. That's why maybe some of the things that I deserved were held back from me by God, because I had a tendency of starting different things without really giving my all on one thing. Consistency is going to help you grow. People buy into consistency. People follow people who are consistent. So if you are going to do one thing today for 10 days, and then if you don't see some results, you start something else, and then you stop that, you start something else, you are not going to grow. It's like chasing different things at the same time. You'll end up catching nothing. You need to have the vision of an eagle. You need to fix your eyes on one specific goal for long enough until you achieve it. And the best way to focus is to be consistent. Remind yourself, cultivate those habits to say, this is what I do every single day. Even if you don't feel like it, you need to record those videos. Even if you don't feel like it, you need to practice. Even if you don't feel like it, you need to go into the studio and make some beats. You need to be consistent. You are not going to succeed in life by doing something once and leaving it and hoping that people are going to acknowledge it or celebrate it. And another benefit of consistency is that you are practicing, and when you practice, you become better. Your quality improves. People can see that this person's heart is in this thing. So if your heart is in it, people will start falling in love with what you do. People will start falling in love with what you are creating, because your own heart is in it, and that is displayed by your level of consistency. Lesson number 6, and it's in line with what I just talked about being consistent. Commit to one thing, guys. Just commit to one thing and give that thing your all. Let's say you only had one bucket of water, and you needed to use that water to water a particular plant. If you are going to use that minimal water, that little water that you have in trying to water many other plants, guess what? You are not going to have enough water to grow this one plant that you've been given. So sometimes we are not growing because we are stretching ourselves too thin. We are trying too many things at once and wonder why we are not succeeding. Success requires laser focus. Success requires you to take your minimal resources and dedicate all of them into one thing. Investing in your dream. If you work at a 9 to 5, when you get paid, make sure that you invest some of your money into your dream. Buy that equipment. Enroll for those courses so that you can improve your craft, so that you can improve your skills. But if you have too many goals, if you have too many unrelated goals, then guess what? You are going to try and invest in so many things to a point where nothing is coming out of it. You are trying to water too many plants, but you don't have enough water. There's a power in focusing on one thing. There's a power in dedicating your time, your energy, your financial resources on one single thing. Only then can you start growing. And number 7, celebrate your wins. One of the best ways to encourage yourself is to acknowledge your wins, no matter how small they seem. I've learned to build on my successes. I've learned to really feed from my small wins, because we are so obsessed with achieving that we forget to highlight little successes along the way. Success is a journey. Success is not a destination, it's a journey. So you need to celebrate your wins so that you can encourage yourself, so that you can speak back to yourself positively whenever that little voice in your head says you can't do this, you are not good enough. Remind yourself that, how can I not be good enough because I achieved this 2 days ago? How can I not be good enough because I achieved this so many years ago? So it's very important to highlight your own wins. It's going to help you with your confidence. It's going to help you with perspective as well, because sometimes you can have a stream of failures, and because of that stream of failures, you start thinking that you don't have it, you are not good enough. So it's important to remind yourself, I might have failed so many times, but I've won many times as well in the past. Maybe this was just me training, these failures were there to just train me, but I have it in me to succeed. I've done it before. Highlight your wins, celebrate your small victory. The eighth biggest lesson of 2021 for me, ladies and gentlemen, is that energy is everything. Energy is everything. I always say that be careful how you speak to yourself about yourself, because whether you speak to yourself positively or negatively, you are generating a certain type of energy in your environment, and that energy, I guarantee you, will attract its equivalent. So if you're saying to yourself, I always fail, I always get the bad ones, I always get heartbroken, I always get betrayed, guess what? You are basically creating that, and that will be the energy that you surround yourself with, that will attract the bad ones that you are talking about, that will attract the outcomes that you do not want. Life is energy. Have you noticed how draining it is to be in an environment where people are always complaining? It's because it's a certain type of energy that basically resonates in that particular environment that becomes infectious. So be careful of who you surround yourself with. Be careful of who you spend your time with, because energy rubs off. The birds of the same feather flock together. If you are in a vicinity of people that speak a certain way, people that speak in a counterproductive way to success, and guess what? Don't expect much success, because the energy in that environment doesn't allow it. Protect your peace, protect your aura, because your aura determines what you manifest, your aura determines what you attract, your aura determines what you become. Number 9, life is a valuable resource which ought to be spent wisely. Many people don't realize that one of the valuable resources we all have is time, and how you spend your time today will determine your tomorrow. It will determine whether you enjoy your tomorrow or not. Think of your time as tokens that you use to purchase whatever you want. So if you waste your tokens time, then you are not going to have enough time to spend on the things that you value. If you are just going to give your tokens to everything, to everyone, then it means you are not going to have enough time for the things that matter. For example, if you're always watching TV, you're binging on series, you are basically wasting your tokens, limited tokens. What happens if you don't have enough time? You are not going to be here forever. That is another thing. You are living on borrowed time, and you need to use that time wisely. Start thinking about your time as if it was currency. How you spend your currency ultimately determines the quality of your life. It determines, your outcomes, your progress. Lesson number 10, ladies and gentlemen. 2021 taught me that I am the captain of my life. Oftentimes, we live life from the outside in instead of living it from the inside out. What do I mean by that? There are people who believe that they are helpless victims of their circumstances. They believe that life is happening to them and not for them. They believe that they are completely helpless in changing their experiences and changing their lives. But that is a lie from the pits of hell. You are the captain of your own life. You have created your current circumstances based on your own thoughts, your own words, your own actions, your own habits. But the great news is you have the same power to change that. You have the same power to regain your own authority and say, I'm gonna change my life. I'm going to change the course of my life by changing my thoughts, by changing how I speak to myself. I'll start changing my habits. I'll start spending my time wisely so that I can grow, so that I can be more productive, so that I can be able to take care of my family, so that I can be able to take care of my spouse, so that I can be able to, help my friends where I can. So you have the power to change your life. You are the captain of your life. There is nothing as powerful as a changed mind. You need to decide once and for all that there are certain things that you are not going to tolerate anymore. You need to decide once and for all that there are certain habits that you are not going to tolerate anymore. because you are the captain of your own life. How this ship goes depends entirely up to you. You are not a helpless victim of life circumstances. Through your decisions, through your actions, through your habits, you have the power to change your life. Lesson number 11, finding your purpose is a game changer. Ever since I found clarity, as it relates to my purpose, I am more energized, I am more focused, I am more energetic because I've found the reason for my existence. I'm very passionate about helping people find the greatness within themselves. I'm very passionate about teaching the various principles of life. I'm very passionate about that, and I also believe that I'm gifted for it. So finding your purpose is a game changer. Don't focus on money, don't focus on accumulating things. Focus on being a person of value. Money and rewards will be a natural byproduct of that process. It's all about the reason why you exist. It is your purpose that will change every single thing in your life. It is your purpose that will get you the car, the house, the right partner, the fulfillment. So seek ye first the kingdom, and everything else will fall into place in your life. Find your purpose. Spend some time in finding your purpose. I've created a program through my coaching business which can help you find your purpose. If you're interested in something like that, I'll link it in the description so that you can start living meaningfully, so that you can start living a purposeful life. That is a game changer. Take it from me. Lesson number 12, find a podcast or audiobook library and take advantage of passive learning. The subconscious mind is something that absorbs information even when we are asleep. So in order for you to change your life, you need to change your thoughts, you need to change your energy. The best way to do that is to bathe in the consciousness of positivity, to bathe in the consciousness of right thinking. So if you are not someone who likes reading a lot, maybe find good audiobooks, find a podcast that talks to what you're trying to achieve. You will slowly become that kind of person. You will slowly become the person that you want, because you will start thinking about it, you will start envisioning it, you will start acting it out. Your habits will start resembling the habits of the kind of person that you are trying to become. So find a podcast, find an audio library, learn from other people that are already doing what you are trying to achieve. Feed your subconscious mind even in your sleep. Feed your subconscious mind when you're driving to work. That will change your energy. It is your energy that will change your life. Lesson number 13, be obsessed with your goals. It's one thing to dream, it's another thing altogether to take action towards your dreams. I know a lot of dreamers, and dreaming doesn't help anyone. It's good as a foundation, as a seed, but if you are not going to sort of support the growth of your dreams by taking action, then you might as well not dream. It's very important for you to be obsessed with your goals to the point of writing them down. Create a vision board, create SMART goals for yourself. Make sure that you revise them occasionally, review them, take action according to those SMART goals. The only way to start winning is for you to be obsessed with your goals. Start thinking about it, start envisioning it, start manifesting it every day. It's only going to become a reality if you are obsessed with it. A lot of people are too casual about their goals. It's a great idea, but what are you doing to make it a reality? In order for it to be a reality, you need to be obsessed with it. Lesson number 14, love yourself for who you are, not for what you do. The first thing that many people say when they are asked, who are you? They talk about their titles, they talk about their roles in business, they talk about their jobs. But that's not who you are. That's what you do, that's what you are. It's not who you are, Don't define yourself about what you do, because what you do is fleeting, what you do is temporal. Describe yourself by who you are. People don't remember what you did, they remember how you made them feel. What will be your legacy? I am not this channel, I am not what I do. The real me is the person inside of me that is beyond comprehension. The real me is beyond all the labels that the society can try and ascribe to me. Lesson number 15, challenge your assumptions. Our worldview is usually based on our experiences, but our worldview is not necessarily accurate. You may have been convinced to hold a particular view based on what you've seen, based on some confirmations that you think you've seen along the way. But that doesn't necessarily mean that your assumption is correct about a particular thing. So in order to grow, in order to start connecting with different people, in order to start approaching certain things in your life from a different perspective, you need to challenge your assumptions. Ask yourself, when did I start believing in this? And is this really true? Is this really something that is cast in stone? Because sometimes we assume certain things, especially about ourselves. We say, I can't do this, I can't do that, I always fail, I always mess up. But why don't you challenge that assumption to say, but who told me this? When did I start believing this? Why do I assume so much negativity about myself? Lesson number 16, and this is so close to my heart, guys. Trust your journey. I've been a victim of myself because I was also once one of the people that liked to compare myself with others. But that is a thief of peace, comparing yourself with other people, because our journeys are not the same, our callings are not the same, our paths are not the same. So stop comparing yourself with other people. Trust your own journey. There's a reason why things turned out the way they turned out in your life. There's a reason why you didn't succeed when your friends succeeded. There's a reason why, certain doors didn't open. Trust your own journey, because that unique journey is leading you to a place that no one else has ever been. The world will experience something new through you because of this unique journey. So embrace it, trust the process. Believe that every day you are getting better. Believe that every day you commit to your vision, your goal, your calling, you are getting closer and closer to the life you are created to live. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's not about who gets there first. It's not about who succeeds first. At the end of the day, what will matter is, did you do what you were created to do or not? It doesn't matter how long it took you. Stop envying the journey of other people and start enjoying your own journey. As much as you are trying to get to a particular goal, also enjoy the process that leads up to that, because without the process you will not get there in the first place. For you to become the person you were created to become, it required this unique path. As painful as it seems, as unfair as it seems, that's your path that was chosen before you were created. Enjoy it, embrace it. And last but not least, lesson number 17, rejection is redirection. There are so many opportunities that I wanted that I didn't get. I remember there was one, it was a position in one company that I really wanted. The remuneration package was amazing. I can tell you now, getting that job would have completely changed my life. And I was so close. I went through 3 phases of interviews and was doing well. The third interview was a bit of a disaster, and I thought to myself, you've been doing so well, what's wrong with you? So when they came back to say you didn't get it, I was hurt, I was crushed, because I knew what that job would have meant, to my life. It would have really changed a lot. It would have really helped me financially, but I didn't get it. And, it took me a while to really overcome that, and I had to remind myself that everything happens for a reason. I had to remind myself that what is for me will not pass me by. So I don't think that was for me. I wanted it, but maybe it wasn't the best thing for me at the time. I had to reflect. I had to think about what I'm really good at. I had to think about the value that I can give to the world. So that process, as painful as it was, it really helped me to redirect as well. When certain doors are closed, it's not because you're not good enough. It's because there's something else for you. There's something else, and it's usually something better than you thought you wanted. So understand that everything that didn't work out was not meant to work out. Every relationship that didn't work out, every job opportunity that you didn't get wasn't meant for you. So think about that. Every no meant that there's a yes waiting for you. You just need to keep going. You just keep on knocking on certain doors until you find the right one for you. Sometimes we are trying to get employment only to find that we are employers ourselves. Sometimes we are trying to get hired only to find that we have the gifts and the ideas to hire other people. We just need to believe in ourselves enough. We just need to believe in our ideas enough to start the process and start working towards that. Maybe you are a potential millionaire. Maybe you are a potential billionaire. That is why that door didn't open. Maybe if that door opened, you would have been complacent. You would have rested beneath your purpose. And that brings us to the end of the video. If you got through to the end, congratulations. It says a lot about your commitment to your goals this year. Hopefully, friends, I've added some value, to your life through this video, and all the best for the new year. I hope that, like me, you are committed to your goals this year. You are determined to change your life by changing your habits, by spending your time wiser, and changing different things in your life that will definitely give you the results you've been desiring for years. Thanks again for watching. See you in the next video.